Hello everyone, in this video I am going to show you how to prepare a floating shelf. The materials that we will need are the following. 2 boards, the measurements can vary depending on how you decide. This one is 60 by 25, 18 millimeters thick, that would be 2 strips. To make the separation, these 2 small strips that would be located as follows, and then these other strips that are going to cover the front and the sides. We are going to cut all of this later. Also, nails 8 or 10 by 35 long, these would be all the materials, and vinyl glue to paste. Okay, now we start with the assembly. The first thing we will do is with the size of the nail that we are going to use, we put it in the mandrel. We cut the little head with the tweezers. I tell you this to create some perforations and insert the nails, because if not they are going to move to one side. First we decide which is the prettiest side, so that it looks out. Right, we place the rods below. We do not put adhesive on this part, because glue is not necessary. Once the little hole is made, the nail will not slip, because the perforation serves as a guide when hammering. Okay, the next step to follow will be to cut the sides that would go to the side. Can be cut like this, with a 45-degree angle. Actually, it can be cut in various ways. It can also be with this miter box. It's simple and it's manual. They do it with a saw. You place the strip and you always have to hold the box and find a vise, and cut it this way at the angle. Or also, with an electric miter saw. I'm going to cut it with the framing machine that I have. I'll show it to you. Well, I have prepared this guide at 45 degrees and here it has a little mark. Because once I prepare the guide, I cut it with the same saw. Is that clear? And whenever you are going to cut it, cut a little before the line, not along the line you marked. To mark the second cut of the opposite rod, I have to bring it closer, adjust it and verify that the vertex is correct, and mark. Now we go to the framer to cut it. Well, we are going to mark more or less to make the holes, then the one on the other side too. We bring it closer and we mark where we are going to drill so that they are at the same distance. Also the front. Okay, now I'm going to put the nails on it, so that once I spread the glue I'll have the nails in place. I'm going to see which side is the best for us. To put the glue on it, you always have to stir it, and with a brush we paint it here on the side. We center it because it is a little wider. We leave the perfect vertex, and with the help of our hands we center it down too. Then we turn around and do the same job. Don't forget to spread glue on the corner of the cut as well. Now, this part that we had not cut here, we can cut with a handsaw or cut with the framer. I will do it with the framer. Once ready, we are going to sink the head of the nails with a punch. The next thing would be to sand up the side. It can be done in the following way. With a sandpaper block and 80 sandpaper by hand, always along the beta, what I would recommend is that this edge that protrudes from the height of the two pieces of wood is not too high, just a little, because it would be easy to sand. Or with an electric manual orbital sander, also with 80 sandpaper. I'm going to sand it on a belt sander, which I'm going to show you another time. Something very important to keep in mind that I am going to recommend is that they do not forget to sink the heads of the nails so as not to grab them with the sander, whatever it was. I want you to take a good look at how the joints turned out after sanding. I change a lot because the details it has in the intersections make it perfect. Now I want to show you how to secure it to the wall. We will make 2 holes at an angle. Also these that I already have made. Secure them to the wall. We will need these rods. They don't exactly fit inside here, but rather, there is a small space left over that they fit loosely. I have 3 sizes. As you can see, they are a few centimeters shorter. Now let's start making the holes. These rods must be fixed to the wall. In this case, I have a wooden wall, exactly MDF, but it can be any of the ones you have, cement or masonry. In the case of masonry, they must place a fissure plug in the wall with a bit and a slightly longer screw. In my case, I will place it with a shorter screw. We always place the first screw and the next we verify it using a leveler. And we fixed the shelves by doing it from above. Force is exerted downwards, remaining totally firm, and there is no way they can come out. Well, as you can see, the shelves are ready. They have a wide front, and they are very pretty. I hope you liked it. Any comments you want to make, do so in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and see you next video.